Hey, true believers, Englentine here with another Comic Book Origins, where we take a look at the first appearance of any comic book character, be they hero, villain, or even a super team. In this case, we need to ask the question, what is a disposable assassin, and why is it named SCUD? Created in 1994 by a gentleman named Rob Schrab. I think I'm saying that right. I hope I'm saying that right. And you know what? This is another one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, he's done some things. There's been some merchandise. There was a video game on the Sega Saturn, SCUD the Disposable Assassin, made in 1997. Then SCUD the Industrial Evolution for the PC. He was even optioned for a movie, but to tell you the truth, so was a lot of things. Unfortunately, not all of them make it. Now, this was a commissioned video from Guyver Spawn, so thank you very much for choosing this character. I have not yet read the book. And I mean, I've never read SCUD the Disposable Assassin. And I thought it would be fun to make this read through right here my very first time reading the character. I'm not kidding. I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to pop the cherry right here during the video. Now, granted, I may have to re-record some things that I say, but I think it'll be cool. Anyway, if you want to commission a video, go on over to Ko-Fi. The link is in the description below. You can pick any of the categories we have and pick any character, any story, or anything. You control the station here. You control the channel. That's what it's actually called. I don't know where I got station from. And we have quite a few topics, and I'm loving finding out what you guys choose. It's a lot of fun. I have no idea where we're going to go next until you guys say something. It's tons of fun. I'm just digging what we're doing, but not the reason why. YouTube's choking out I Love Comics, so I've actually started another one here. It's called Old Man Comics. If you type in Old Man Comics Englentine into YouTube, you'll find the channel. Please go on over, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. That's where all the videos are going to end up eventually as it gets to 1,000 and so forth. As it is, I still am putting original content as well as re-recording some old content for you on there. Just to get everything ready, and I appreciate everybody who's gone on over there already and commissioned videos and everything. And with all that aside, let's get this party started and dive into SCUD the Disposable Assassin #1. Alrighty, so I could only find a second printing, but as always, I'm going to start off with cover and say for some reason it's very simple and absolutely cool at the same time. I love the colors. This is one of those things where they say, you know, it all draws the eye, right? The half red, half yellow. This is just a dynamic cover. Unfortunately, because of the yellow on yellow, you kind of lose SCUD a little bit in there. Overall, though, it's pretty decent, if not iconic. This is an interesting page. I'm not exactly sure what it comes from. Fireman Press Limited presents a book by Rob Schrab, SCUD the Disposable Assassin, the Kid with a Broken Halo. But underneath that, it says suggested voice talents in order of appearances. Mr. Spider-God should be played by Christopher Plummer, good voice. Herschel Roundhead, Wallace Shawn, the dude from Princess Bride. SCUD, John Malkovich should be voiced by SCUD, and the Doctor should be voiced by Max von Sydow. That's a Dreamcast. So are we supposed to hear the voice of SCUD sound like John Malkovich? I'm not going to do an impression, gang. That ain't happening. The book opens, and we see what looks like an accountant coming up saying, Mr. Spider-God, my department hasn't got the funds to remove this thing. And Spider-God is saying, and my department does not have the funds to support this. So the book opens, and there is what appears to be an orange, and he's an accountant, and he's saying, Mr. Spider-God, my department hasn't got the funds to remove this thing. And the Spider-God's like, and my department does not have the funds to support this pest's feeding habits. But, sir, but nothing. Even though Marvin Mannequin has prided itself on gutter low salaries for its working class, cabbage is cabbage. If this thing keeps eating my labor force, I will lose money. Mr. Spider-God, what do you expect me to do? I expected you to have removed this problem before I could have even known about it. Someone better get rid of that monster or I'll send you down there, capiche? Okay, knowing how much Christopher Plummer ate the scenery in Star Trek The Undiscovered Country, I could see him playing the Spider-God. Good casting call. Well, this is a turn of events for a new reader. So the orange accountant goes up to a vending machine. There's SCUD. He's in the vending machine, but it's called SCUD, not Disposable Assassin, and then they name him. So, okay, there's a story here. I'll wait to comment, except for I'm commenting right now. Anyway, let's move forward. The orange accountant puts his money in the machine, and out steps SCUD. And he just looks at him and goes, "So, who's the job? All the information you need is on this disc. It also includes a map of the factory, weapon locales, and property contempt levels." See, now I'm doubting the 90s cred of SCUD the Disposable Assassin just because nobody in the 90s really cared about collateral damage, like property contempt. Just destroy it all! And we cut to SCUD, who's having his A-team scene, getting all the guns ready, and he aims it and says, "Hippie haiku, brother trucker," because he saw Die Hard on an airplane, just like the rest of us, or TBS. "Mickey's okay, little brother." That's what it's going to be now that it's owned by Disney. And so we cut to SCUD just going through the warehouse. And if you don't mind me reviewing rather than discussing, as I normally do, you know, he comes up against a box. He sees some bloody handprints. He looks at the blood for some reason. It's like, wait, is this paint or blood? I don't know. But one thing I've got to say is this is good sequential art. This is classic comic book storytelling right here. And so we see SCUD following the bloody handprints. Is the thing walking on his hands? Is that what's happening here? And he comes across, it's another orange accountant guy, but his insides are ripped out. Wow, this is actually pretty good. I'm a fan of sequential art. I'm a fan of being able to look at a comic book and tell what's going on without reading any of the dialogue. So this is actually pretty cool to me. It is. I understand, you know, it makes it a little quick because I go, well, okay, now there's a tongue coming out. SCUD notices and brow shoots the monster that's trying to reach him. We see a shadowy tentacled character fall as the bullets hit him. Not exactly center mass, so I would say SCUD should work on his aim a little bit, but that's just me. What the hell? Seriously, what am I looking at here? So SCUD's holding his smoking gun up, walks over to the monster, whose knee hisses at him, and then says, just like eating a death cracker, this monster creature here has a Freddy Krueger sweater with mousetrap hands, tentacle arms, a talking knee, and a plug for a head. Someone was definitely medicated when they came up with this one. Not wanting to actually die, the plug head, mousetrap hand, tentacle monster thrusts its head towards Disposable Assassin, creating, well, you know, little plugs all around the wall. Well, not little. They look huge. It misses SCUD a couple of more times, and then it throws itself back and quotes Batman Returns, 6-7, go to hell, go to heaven, and then thrusts its hand feet towards SCUD's, knocking him into a wall. SCUD pulls out two guns, yells, "Now die, can't you?" Blam, 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 blam. The monster says, "Space cadet, space dust, ha ha," and then shoots some sort of ink at SCUD, which blacks him out, and he says, "Drink deep or dive not into the plasma pool." SCUD wipes the dark ink from his face, looks around. Where is he? Walks down a hallway, still doesn't find him. He finds his gun, though, and he says, "Crap, now I gotta find the stupid thing again." But in a John Malkovich voice. So SCUD opens the doors to a darkened room, but across the light shines on some eggs, and he's like, "Eggs? Eggs? Eggs?" And he hears the monster behind him. Boom, 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 boom. The screaming knees are yelling. Boom, 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 boom. Disposable Assassin turns around with his guns. Doom, 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 doom. Hey, man, you could either feel silly that you're doing cartoon sound effects, or you could just go with it, dude. I choose to go with it. Why not? And speaking of sound effects, we see the gunfire going squint, splat, blam, 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 splore, squat, and the cow says, "Moo." Whoops. You didn't put me on a pedestal, so I'm laying you out on a slab. More Batman Returns stuff for some reason. And SCUD is kind of confused at this as a tentacle wraps around him and the monster says, "I sinister, I hunger, I live." This is so freaking weird. Wrapped in the tentacles of the monster, SCUD pulls his pistol. Blam, 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 shoots through the tentacles. The monster's knees scream and he leaps through the door. And SCUD shoots again. Pow, 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 pow. And if you haven't noticed, that's the fourth sound effect that these guns have made. Scud continues to search for the monster until out of nowhere, there can be only one. The knees yell as they slam down moose antlers into the back of Scud the Disposable Assassin. Well, at least he picked a new movie and it's not just Batman Returns. Scud kicks behind him, knocking the alien back. I'm considering it an alien. It's got a squid head, mouth, knees, the whole 9 yards. So he puts his guns to the monster's shoulders. Blam, 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 and the arm comes off. But before he could shoot him again, the squid spits ink right back into his face again. Scud yells, "Damn it!" And the creature runs away. Space Ghost! He flips over a railing and into the floor below, where he goes into a room that says, "Do not enter." So the monster in his little dark room sees a machine. He's like, wait till they get a load of me, because we're going to Batman 89 rather than Batman Returns. Scud is washing the ink off his face and notices that there's a sign on his back. He reads it, and it says, "SCUD Disposable Robot Assassin Heartbreaker Series 1373. This unit will self-destruct upon termination of target." And he's like, oh my god, screw this! And he runs out of the bathroom. Now, this is interesting. So if he doesn't kill his original target, he could stay alive and maybe even make a living as assassin. Is that the way the series is going to go? That's actually pretty clever. I like this so far. We see Scud running as he's thinking about what he's been through. He sees the exit door and he wants to make his escape when suddenly, we see the creature now has the arm attached to his mouth and he knocks Scud across the room. Scud dives over a bunch of boxes for cover. He hears the monster yell at him, "Now, young Skywalker, you will die." And Scud loads up his weapon and ready to aim. He remembers the sign on his back and then blows the monster's arms clean off. Bam! Bam! Which is the 4th or 5th sound effect these guns have made. Although it could be different ammo, and I'm just missing that. And then Scud takes out the legs. Blam! Oh, nope, sorry. Bam! Bam! And the creature goes down. Scud rushes over to a payphone, puts a quarter in. Hello? Oh, by the way, payphones, kids, they're how we used to make phone calls. We didn't actually carry around cell phones, and apparently they don't in Scud universe either. But Scud does indeed call an ambulance and then waits for someone to arrive as he sees the monster bleeding out. At the hospital, he's told that the monster is in stable condition. However, they can only keep him there for a month, and then, of course, they're going to have to find funds or he'll be forced to pull the plug. Scud asks, "So how much is this going to run me?" And the doc says, $3 Well, I guess I'd better find another job. And we see the creature floating in its tank. So there you go, gang. The very first issue of Scud the Disposable Assassin. Like I said before, this is my first foray into reading Scud, and that was all live. Granted, some pages I have a comment on. I have to record and make sure I get it right, but those were legit reactions there. This is a weird book. It's kind of fun, though, I've got to say. I love the art, and I like the fact that you don't need words. You just didn't. You got the whole story. Granted, it makes it for an easy and quick read as well, if you're into that kind of thing. Overall, big success. Thank you very much for this one. That was a lot of fun. Anyway, what did you think of it? What did you think of Scud the Disposable Assassin? What did you think of the video? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to click like and share. Get word out about the channel there. YouTube stopped, so if y'all don't mind helping out, I appreciate it. If you don't mind helping out another way, go on over to Patreon or to Ko-Fi. Drop $1 in the till. Helps keep the lights on. Helps keep making videos for you. If you want to commission a video, go on over to Ko-Fi again. You can do that there. Pick out any category, any character, any subject, whatever. It's all open. It's all good. Ring that bell, hit the subscribe button, go on over to Old Man Comics England Teen and do it there as well. A lot of fun. A lot of stuff going on. I hate for you to miss it all. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.